Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the riders are set in the gate. Race 2, Karp Beach. The heat race has dropped at 59.09. Sole lead, Factory Unk, team leader and winner of your first race last week, is going to take the whole shot as they kind of go into our blind spot. Bro Maniac, his teammate, flipped on that first jump on that hill. It looks like Camo Nice, your reigning champion, settles into second. Detail and Solid and Oscar Wiggins all in there somewhere with Camby, Nuked Ice Cream as well. Let's flip to our other view. Oscar Wiggins has made his way into the lead with Detail following right behind. Camo Nice, it looked like, was off the side of the track in that rhythm section. He's going to have to get back on, and he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make it straight into that main event. Detail with an aggressive move cuts down on your third place finisher Oscar Wiggins, and he's going to take that race lead with authority. Oscar Wiggins trying to take it back. This is a huge fight for the championship, a huge fight mentally. Who's going to prove that they have what it takes to step up and take the reins of this championship? Detail and Oscar Wiggins trying to do just that right now, with Solid, the winner of race 1, behind in third. Detail locking up that position, but Oscar Wiggins keeping the pressure on. They're going to enter this rhythm section right here. Will they split the lanes here? No, both going to prefer to take the outside, and both going to go outside here as well. I wonder if that's the way that riders have started to prefer. Bro Maniac, after flipping, remember, on that first lap, has made his way excellently all the way into 6th place already. Or actually 5th, because Nuked Ice Cream right in front of him holds down that last transfer spot in 4th. Cat to be kidding me, trying to get around the Canadian B2T Canby. Lots of Canadians in this race, as well as our U.S. drivers. Hatter is Mad, racing out of Thailand, probably our furthest away racer. Him and Camonized going to start a battle right here. That might be something that we want to keep an eye on. Oscar Wiggins has made his way into the lead. We missed what happened with Detail. Too much action happening on the track right now. I'm going to do my best to stay towards the front of the pack, though, and not miss anything else happening. Camonized trying to get around Hatter is Mad, working his way around that lag bubble. We'll see what he can do here. You can see both battles on track right now. Camo Nice trying to get around Hatter's Mad make his way up the field. Detail and Solid with a hard battle right here for second. Solid trying to make his way up to his team member of Factory Unk, Oscar Wiggins, who has taken the lead in this heat race. Casey Congo didn't flip, but was off the side of the track there in that rhythm section. Nuked Ice Cream putting in a hard charge in 4th place right now, trying to make it up to these guys. Bro Maniac in 5th behind. There's starting to be a bit of separation from your top 4. Camo Nice, your reigning champion, lots of work to do. He's probably looking at a trip to the LCQ, but he can make his life easier in that LCQ depending on how far he moves up in this heat race. Detail, your fastest qualifier and Teal Team 6 member, solidifying himself in 2nd place right now. Going to make another run at Oscar Wiggins, your 3rd place finisher from last week. Look at this battle we have back here with Priest of Siren, Hatter is Mad, Camonized, all still going at it. Casey Congo just behind them. Cat to be kidding me has fallen back behind Bro Maniac 35, but he's looking to make a 2-for-1 right here. 3 riders heading into this berm. Can be let off the gas to avoid hitting Bro Maniac, and he's going to case that section as a result. So Cat to be kidding me has moved into 6th place. Now trying to make a run through the whoops at Bro Maniac 35, the Factory Unk rider. Factory Unk versus Teal Team 6 in that battle. Priest of Siren sketchy through the whoops. B2T Canby was off the track a little bit as well. Camo Nice, your reigning champion, main event guaranteed rider, is going to move past Priest of Siren and Hatter is Mad as he makes his way up. Casey Congo there in the background, and Bob Killer bringing up the rear. Detail with your fastest lap of that lap. He's going to make a little bit of time up on your race leader, Oscar Wiggins. We'll remind you, this race is 8 minutes plus 2 laps. That means when we get around the 51:09 mark, we will be 2 to go. And I will keep you guys updated as we do that. Bro Maniac 35 still in a heated battle with Teal Team 6 team leader. Cat to be kidding me, who looked like he tried to make a move to the inside there and didn't have quite the speed to clear that section the way that he wanted to. As I try to find our race leaders here, Oscar Wiggins under fire from Detail, the winner of your preseason race. Just behind him, the winner of race 1, Solid. And Nuked Ice Cream almost thought about making a move on the inside there. Oh, Solid with a mistake. He's going to have to get back on the track there and he's going to fall into 4th place, that final qualifying spot behind Nuked Ice Cream. Let's see if Nuked Ice Cream can put in some fast laps and work his way towards the front here. Camonized on a comeback ride, your reigning champion is going to move past Cat to Be Kidding Me, who has had a little bit of trouble in that roller section so far in this heat race. Just in front of him is Bromaniac 35. Oscar Wiggins and Detail choosing different lines in that sand section. Some differing line choices throughout this track. Most things pretty evenly split. Offers the opportunity for some good racing. Nuked Ice Cream in 3rd place there, the main event guaranteed team leader. His teammate, Camonized, has made his way up to 6th, but even if he gets around Bromaniac 35 for 5th place, it looks like he's taking a trip to the LCQ, as we are only taking the top 4 in this race. See how these guys traverse the rollers. Nuked Ice Cream, not a good run through there. That's going to allow Soli to make up some time. Oscar Wiggins still holding the lead with Detail, Nuked Ice Cream, and Soli in your qualifying spots. Camonized, same move that he made on Cat to Be Kidding Me a lap ago. He moves up the inside through the rollers. Hatter is mad with a mistake in the roller section. He's going to lose spots to Canby and Priest of Siren. Camonized has moved into 5th, the main event guaranteed rider, but look at that gap. That's 4th place right there, and that's 5th place in the background. It looks like it's a trip to the LCQ for your reigning champion as he tries to regain all the lost momentum that happened in race number 1 when he finished in 9th place, I believe. Moving back in the pack here, Priest of Siren, Cat to Be Kidding Me, went through the foreground there and distracted me, but it is going to be Canby, the Canadian, trying to get his spot back from Priest of Siren. Great showing from Priest right now. Oh, look at that move from Killer right there. That is a lapped rider, kind of throwing it in on your race leader. Hopefully Detail is able to get past him quickly as well. Killer not doing the best job of blue flagging right now and is holding your leaders up. Hopefully Detail's able to get around him. Yes, anticipated that Killer was going to be casing that section and almost falls off the goose in that rhythm as well. So I think these guys would be giving Killer a blue flag right here, but kind of reckless all over the track. That's not what you want to see as you're leading a heat race. Killer going to run it up the inside of Nuked Ice Cream as well. Hopefully this doesn't impede our race too much. This is kind of chaotic right here. I know Killer not as comfortable. This is the first race that I've seen from him in quite a long time in terms of HD Supercross. I'm not sure what his level of experience is. Nice. But that's a good move right there to control the goose. So a little bit of chaos happening there with a lapped rider, but when the dust settles, your top 4 remain the same. Perhaps Nuked Ice Cream lost the most amount of time in that encounter. Camonized still in 5th place. As we go back here, Cat to Be Kidding Me and Bromaniac 35 still in a heated battle. But we don't want to miss what's happening up front, as it looks like we have 3 laps to go. A little mistake there from Detail in the sand section. Clip the back end, was kind of squirrely all over the place. And I believe we'll be ending this heat race on 11, ladies and gentlemen. Nuked Ice Cream pulling a little bit of distance on his championship rival, Solid, winner of race 1. Bob Killer, Camonized is the next one up to put him a lap down. And that's not ideally how you want to take that one. So we'll see if anything crazy happens here. Camonized off the side of the track a little bit, trying to avoid Killer. That was actually not Bob Killer's fault. Although, when you're a competitor, I'm sure it feels like it would be his fault. Killer off the goose. He's going to get put a lap down by Bromaniac 35 and Cat to Be Kidding Me, as we have 2 to go in this heat race here at Karp Beach, race number 2 of HG Supercross Season 11. Oscar Wiggins still holding down the lead. Look at this battle for 3rd place between Soli and Nuked Ice Cream. Soli thought about making a move on the inside. Didn't want to go for something too risky, though, as these guys are well set in their qualifying positions. You never know when you want to make a statement mentally against your championship competitor, though. Nuked Ice Cream a little long on that wall jump after the whoops. It's going to allow Solid to be right on his rear end, but Solid is going to case the Supercross triple. So now look at that gap between Oscar Wiggins and Detail in the 1st and 2nd place positions. Casey Congo off the side of the track, nearly a head-on collision there. That could have been dangerous. Solid now like I said, comfortably in that last place spot. The next rider behind is Camonized, who's worked his way up after a horrendous start. And you don't have a lot of time to give away on the starts here in HD Supercross Season 11. There's just so much competition, so much pace. Detail looks like he's going to have to settle for second in this heat race as he hits the inside there, going for a fast lap on the final lap here. So Oscar Wiggins, the Canadian rider, third place in race number 1, looking to add on to it with a heat race victory here in race number 2, showing that he is here to play for this championship. He's going to roll through this section. Detail jumping it, and that's a good effort there from Detail, but I think he's just going to come up a little short. As back across the starting straight, Oscar Wiggins is going to cross the line here, take the heat race victory. Detail in second. Main event guaranteed rider Nuked Ice Cream in third, and Soul Lead Factory Unk team leader in fourth. Those are your direct qualifying spots, ladies and gentlemen. Camonized bringing it back, a great comeback ride, but those guys got way too far out in front to ultimately be able to do anything. Cam is going to have to settle for fifth, and an LCQ trip awaits him, as well as Cat to Be Kitten Me, Teal Team 6 team leader, and Bro Maniac 35. A good battle to the line here between Priest of Siren and B2T Canby. Siren's going to hold it on and cross the line there in front of Canby. Hatter is mad, bringing it home just behind those guys. KC Congo is going to finish ahead of Bob Killer here, as I believe Bob Killer was a lap down from the field there. So as I head over here to take a look at your racers, and I cannot see them from this angle, it is going to be Oscar Wiggins of Factory Unk taking the heat race victory here in race number 2. Detail, Teal Team 6 rider, your fastest qualifier. A good effort, but not able to come out on top there. He's going to take second. Nuked Ice Cream third. Soul Lead in fourth. Camonized, main event guaranteed rider in fifth. Teal Team 6 team leader, Cat to Be Kitten Me in sixth. Bro Maniac seventh. Priest of Siren behind them in 8th, B2T Canby in 9th, Hatter is Mad 10th, KC Congo 11th, and Bob Killer bringing up the rear in 12th. That is your heat race results here in technically heat race number 2, and we will catch you in the LCQ shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, one of your 2 LCQs is about to drop the gate here at race 2, Karp Beach. Looks like Camonized on the inside there, main event guaranteed rider and reigning champion, got the best start. He's going to grab your whole shot, as expletives are being typed in the chat apparently. Brendan, Flop Force Racer, is going to move into first place past Camonized. Papa Slaunch of Full Throttle behind them in third. That's your top 3. We are only taking the top 3 from this one to go to the main event. Everybody else will be shuffled into the B main following the conclusion of our main event. So your top qualifiers right now in qualifying position: Brundon of Flop Force, Camonized, main event guaranteed, and Papa Slaunch of Full Throttle. Just on the outside looking in, Speedometer and B2T Canby. Canby's going to make his way into 4th on that Supercross triple. TJ Maxx, KC Congo, Speedometer, and Bro Maniac 35 on the outside looking in. Not a good start from Factory Unk Racer Bro Maniac 35. After a great performance in his heat race, he's going to need to make his way up quickly. Speedometer over the back end of the berm there. Bro Maniac was making an aggressive move up the inside. I don't think that was dirty. I think Bro Maniac firmly had that position handled on the track, but we'll have to maybe take a look at that later, as Bro Maniac 35 is trying to make his way up as quickly as possible, doesn't want to waste any time making these passes. Brundon still holding down the lead, the Flop Force Racer. His teammates Office and God's Regret are in the other LCQ trying to make it in from that lobby as well. Camonized hit the pole going for the double. Lucky that he got off as easy as he did, actually, for what it's worth. He's going to move back into 3rd behind Papa's Launch. So your reigning champion still trying to get the ball rolling in Season 11, and he is now under the fire from B2T Camby, fellow Canadian racer, as Camby's on the outside looking in of this A main. Bromaniac 35 has made his way past TJ Maxx as well, and he now sits in the 6th place position, but lots of work to do and some fast competitors up here at the front of the field. So I don't know, anything is possible here in HT Supercross, as a former commentator used to say, but it's looking less and less likely as the time goes on. This is a 6-minute plus 2 race. That means we'll be going to 53 and change plus 2 laps. And your top 3 is starting to separate themselves. Camonized. That's not the move that you want to see from your reigning champion, going for the double right behind another racer. You just can't always anticipate. You don't know for sure what line that they prefer. And he's allowing B2T Camby to stay in this fight for the top 3. Those guys are putting in much faster laps, but mistakes like that are not what you want to see when you're trying to make it into the main event by the slimmest of margins. Brundon, the Flop Force racer, firmly in control of this LCQ at this point. He prefers to go outside to outside, it looks like there. Papa Slanch. Camo is going to split the sand section. You can see some line variety there. A little further back in the pack, Bromaniac 35 and KC Congo. This is a battle that's happened before in Halo racing, but not something that we've seen too often in HT Supercross, as Congo gets over the back of the berm, not in control of the goose at the conclusion of that rhythm section, and Bromaniac has now made his way up into 5th with a lot of work still to be done to get up to B2T Camby, and now Papa Slanch, who messed up the roller section and now will sit in 3rd. We didn't quite see how that happened. He did make mention of a gopher in the roller section, which is just kind of a funny way of saying sometimes you can get a less than stellar bounce on one of those rollers, so racers definitely have to be on their toes and prepared for anything through that section. B2T Camby now still in 4th and holding his own as he looks to make his way up to Papa Slanch, actually running a great lap right now. Let's see what Camby can do if he can first of all get up to Papa Slanch, and then it's a whole other issue of making that pass, especially because we know Papa Slanch in that last position to get into the main event is going to fight with everything that he has. Bromaniac 35 still trying to put in fast laps to get up to that pack. The factory Unk racer didn't make the main event at round 1 and now is in danger of missing the main event in the 2nd race of Season 11 as well. Camonized has supplanted himself in 2nd place in this LCQ. No one is going to catch up to the Flop Force racer of Brundon, though, as he is in control of this one. Speedometer is making his way up to the rear end of KC Congo. TJ Maxx in last place right now in our LCQ, unfortunately. Camby lost quite a bit of time on that last lap. It looks like Papa Slanch, the full throttle racer, is starting to put his laps together, and he's actually gaining maybe a little bit of time on Camonized as well, but his main goal right now is to hold down that final transfer position. I heard a noise, and sure enough, I look over, and Camonized is flipping, does a barrel roll through the end of that roller section. Man, your reigning champ just not quite looking as comfortable as he did a season ago. But we have so much time remaining, not only in this race, but in the season. Plenty of time for Cam to pick things back up again. B2T Camby about a section down from a direct transfer right now. KC Congo messed up that final section, and Speedometer's going to fly by on the inside as we go up the hill. He's going to move into that 6th place position. Camonized now trying to get his spot back from Papa Slanch. These two raced each other quite a bit in our 180 decal Supercross series a couple years ago, now finding themselves on the track again here in Season 11. Is Cam going to go for an inside jump line here? Yes, he will. Papa Slanch that time was ready for it, went outside to avoid getting landed on. Let's see how it finishes out here. Papa Slanch with a great maneuver around the outside, holds it on. He's going to have the inside control as we go into this berm here. Both riders keeping it clean. Cam going to clear that double a little bit cleaner, though, and he's going to lock down second place over the finish line. As we are dangerously close to perhaps the white flag here. We're either on the white flag or 2 to go. I didn't quite catch it. Given the lap time of this track, I would say it's totally possible that we are on the final lap here. As Brendan, a little sketchy out of the end of that whoop section, but he will be your winner of this LCQ unless something absolutely insane happens. B2T Canby with honestly a fantastic ride for him here in 4th place, showing that he has the speed to compete with these guys, but it looks like he's going to come up a little bit short. Brendan, is this the final time across the finish line jump? We're about to find out. No, it looks like now we are on the white flag, so we'll be ending this race on 9. Camonized in 2nd, Papa's Launch in 3rd. Those 3 are your direct qualifiers to our A main. B2T Canby would be your first rider on the outside. He would be forced into that B main. That will be taking place just after the conclusion of our A main. Bromaniac 35 looks like he'll be joining him, as well as Speedometer, KC Congo, and TJ Maxx. Let's follow your leader. Just solid laps from Brendan, the Flop Force racer. Really coming into his own this season. Did get 13th in our main event last week, but the pace was so close between the racers that you wouldn't have noticed. A little whip there over the finish line from Brendan, and the Flop Force racer is going to take the win here in the LCQ. Camo Knives going to follow him up in 2nd, and Papa Slaunch in 3rd. The rest of your racers crossing the line, unfortunately, everyone behind them is going to be relegated to our B main. That will be coming up in about a half hour or so following the conclusion of our A main event. Of course, we also don't know entirely what's happening over in the other LCQ, who are also taking the top 3 racers. So surprises can still await us at the conclusion of this one and into the main event. Oh, that was kind of cool. I could see them because the wall turned invisible. And I think we're on the wrong game type because I can't turn into a ball, unfortunately. So we're just going to do this instead. The commentator is on the goose, and I wonder if I stole anyone's goose by doing that. So your finishers in this LCQ, it's going to be Brendan, the Flop Force racer, in 1st, Camo Knives 2nd, Papa's Launch 3rd. Those are your direct transfers, or not your direct transfers, those are your transfers into the main event at race number 2 here of season 11. B2T Canby, Bromaniac 35, Speedometer, KC Congo, and TJ Maxx are going to be forced into the B main, which again will be hosted just after the conclusion of our A main. So those guys still with some racing to do tonight. The first B main in HT Supercross history, makes me happy to say that. Something that we've been looking to accomplish for a long time. Again, history being made here at race number 2, season 11, the largest HT Supercross event in history. The racers in this B main lined up on the inside: KC Congo, Jai's Guys, Team Leader Jabbleston, Bromaniac of Factory Unk, Hatter is Mad, Priest of Syrinx, Squeezoo of Main Event Guaranteed, and B2T Canby racing out of Canada. The gate is down, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to take the whole shot here in the B main? Congo fighting forward up the inside. Looks like Jab's going to hold it around the outside, and the Jai's Guys team leader is going to get into the lead. Bromaniac tried to make a play for that top spot. Oh, some lag interaction there with Hatter and Bromaniac. Fortunately, I think both of those racers are going to be okay. Hatter is Mad is not going to be okay at the end of that section, though. He's still going to hold on to 3rd place, but going 50-50, Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the rut. KC Congo around the outside. This is chaos. Priest of Syrinx off the track. Can he get back on the goose? He's finally going. Ladies and gentlemen, let's reset a little bit here. Jabbleston of Jai's Guys, the team leader there, sitting in 1st, Bromaniac 35, KC Congo in 3rd, Hatter is Mad, B2T Canby, and Squeezoo. Squeezu getting a little squirrely in that roller section. And finally, Priest of Syrinx bringing up the final spot there after a tumultuous incident on that second rhythm section. Jabelston into the lead. This is a revenge race for him, as I'm sure he's not happy about the fact that he was not in the A main. Of course he's not happy. Your second place finisher last week is going to look to pull away here. Bromaniac 35 sitting in second. Hatter is mad. No, that is Casey Congo holding the final podium spot right now with Hatter is mad just behind him. Casey Congo showing some promise here in the opening stages of this B main. Hatter is mad taking that section a little bit faster though, and then some unfortunate circumstances at the end there on the berm as Congo took Hatter over the back of the berm just a little bit. And I hear some humping from my co-commentator who is not actually co-commentating. And I would prefer if I didn't have to hear that sound. Jabelston still your race leader. Bromaniac 35. Casey Congo still holding down the final podium spot, but could come down as a wreck between him and Hatter is mad. Didn't really give Hatter enough room on the berm there. B2T Canby is going to try to make a play for this final podium spot, though. What's going to happen on the berm here? Ooh. Oh, what a move from B2T Canby. Hatter is mad into the back of Casey Congo again. I'm sure he's not too happy about the way that this is all unfolding, but a great pass there from B2T Canby. Held it on around the outside, almost went off the track, but was able to maintain it, and he's going to move into the final podium spot here in the B main. Bromaniac 35 looking to keep the toe on Jai's Guys team leader Jabelston. And now B2T Canby looking to make up the time on Bromaniac 35. A battle back here for fourth. Three-way fight between Hatter is mad, Casey Congo, and Squeezu. Squeezu, the main event guaranteed rider, still hanging in on this one. Priest of Syrinx, after that awful wreck on the first lap where he had to hop off the goose and kind of get it off of the jump, get it off of the section, he's looking to make up some time here. This is a 10-minute plus 2 race, ladies and gentlemen. That means around the 49-minute mark is when we will go 2 to go in this first B main in HD Supercross history. Bromaniac all the way to the left there to avoid those ruts. B2T Canby trying to chase him down, and Hatter is mad. With Squeezu now holding that 5th place spot as we lost Casey Congo at some point. Must have been a serious wreck from Casey Congo to fall off the goose and lose that amount of time, because he now finds himself in last behind Priest of Syrinx. Impressive rides here from Bromaniac and B2T Canby, as they're not letting Jabelston get too far away from them, as we are about 40% of the way through this race. This is some good experience for some of these racers that aren't quite fast enough to make it into our A mains yet, but have the opportunity to battle for top 5s and battle for podiums here amongst their fellow peers. Only is going to make each other better. Oh my goodness, Squeezu with a serious crash in that rhythm section. Endoed through the front door, probably broke all of his teeth, and is dead. Bromaniac 35 still sitting in second place. He's losing time lap after lap to Jabelston, though, who has firmly got this one in control. B2T Canby is going to fall off the goose. That's what can happen in that roller section, because you want to aim to land all the way over it like Priest just did right there, all the way over that last jump if you're doubling out. And if not, if you try to turn a little too early, you're going to start barrel rolling, potentially fall off the goose. That's exactly what happened to Canby there. So Hatter is mad is now going to move into that final podium position. So the top 2 in this race, members of teams, Jai's Guys, and Factory Unk. And then Hatter is mad in 3rd place, Privateer. Privateer effort here out of Thailand. Hatter, former race winner and podium finisher in HD Supercross. Back racing with us, Priest of Syrinx. In between the whoop section and the rhythm section, might have gone over the side of that outside there. And he has not had a good time on that section in this race. And maybe a little mistake from Jabbleston potentially, because it looks like Bromaniac and Hatter have closed the distance a little bit. Squeezoo of Main Event Guaranteed hopping onto that start straight, coming backwards to this finish line jump here. Double through there. Nice and clean from the Main Event Guaranteed rider. Bromaniac 35 is still doing his best to hold off Hatter's Mad. Oh, Casey Congo. Those sections get dangerously close to one another. If you were to go over that berm, some shenanigans could happen. Oh, Hatter's Mad makes that same mistake that B2T Canby did, except not quite as bad. Didn't fall off the goose, but that's going to give Bromaniac some breathing room here in second place, as he's still looking to chase down Jabbleston, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to do that. Might need a mistake from Jabbleston. Canby in fourth, Priest of Syrinx in fifth. Now Squeezoo dropped back to that sixth place spot. Kind of want to get a little bit of a free roam camera angle here to spice it up, and I think I'm going to do just that. But I need to go through here one more time, jump off the back here, and let's see if we can get some interesting angles here at Karp Beach. Going through the roller section here as the background starts to flicker. That's going to happen here, unfortunately. See if I can zoom in as much as possible to catch Jabbleston going across that start straight. He's going to make that final turn onto lap number 9 here in our B main. Little scrub there from Jab as he looks to set up for this hill. You get to see this track from a little bit of a different angle as Hatter has closed in the gap on Bromaniac again for that second place spot. And they've left Canby behind a little bit. In the background here, Casey Congo. See what kind of run Jab can get through this whoop section. Actually chooses to turn down there a little bit. I don't think that's the fastest way through, but maybe that's what he's most comfortable with. This is what most of the guys in the A main were doing here. Bromaniac and Hatter's Mad going down that left side of the whoops, trying to get on top of them. This battle for second over the Supercross triple. Both of them going to go to roll that wall jump. Is Hatter going to go for a move on the inside here? Yes, he is, but that is the Thailand connection. You know, for what it's worth, that is probably the best outcome that could have happened. Hatter went to make that inside move, and Bromaniac thought that he had the clear space, so he just took his normal line, and Hatter lagged straight through him, swung around to the outside. Fortunately, this battle for second is still going to rage, though, because somehow everyone made it through that somewhat clean. Ooh, a mistake right there from Hatter's Mad. And he may end up casing this section as a result as well. Actually a great recovery there to be able to clear that full rhythm section with only about 20% of the berm. But, oh, makes a mistake there, gets cross-rutted after the whoops. So Jabbleston with a huge lead now in this one, as it looks like they're going to be hitting the 3 laps to go. This race going to be ending on 13. Bromaniac now firmly in second. Back here still a fight with Priest of Syrinx and Squeezoo, but the Main Event Guaranteed rider cases that triple just a little bit. He's going to drop off the back. Can be on an island all by himself right now in 4th place. That's a better run through the whoops there by your race leader, Jabbleston. The factory Unk racer, Bromaniac 35. Can he hold it on for a 2nd place in the first ever B main of HD Supercross? It's looking promising. About 2.5 laps left, but Hatter's Mad is going to pour on the speed here. And that's going to be the most interesting fight. Let's see if Hatter goes for this double. Nope, not quite comfortable with that one. He's going to prefer to roll and double his way through here. But it looks like he got through there a little bit better than Bromaniac. So as we hit the 2 to go board here, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of your B main, because I guess I don't know what just happened. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to go a couple laps longer than that, but that's going to be checkers, ladies and gentlemen. Jabbleston taking the win in our first B main ever here in HT Supercross. These positions won't count towards points on the leaderboard, but they will be tallied and they will be kept for our records. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Jai's Guys, team leader Jabbleston, taking the victory here in our B main. Bromaniac 35, after an intense battle with Hatter is Mad and definitely some lag interaction, is going to take second. Hatter is Mad rounding out the podium here. B2T Canby with a nice ride, kind of ended up on an island by himself in 4th place. Love me some islands. Priest of Syring's going to round out the top 5. Good comeback ride from him to make his way past a couple of racers after some horrible mistakes at the beginning there. Or mistakes / getting pushed off. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Squeezoo of Main Event Guaranteed in 6th, and 7th place for KC Congo as he makes his return again to Halo Racing. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we see a little bit more speed and consistency out of KC Congo. And that's going to be your finish in this B main, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Jabbleston, the Jazz Guys team leader, taking the victory in this one, followed by Bromaniac and Hatter is Mad. That is your podium. Ladies and gentlemen, the tension is at an all-time high. The largest turnout in HT Supercross history here at Race 2 of Season 11 Karp Beach. My nerves are off the radar here in the commentator booth. I can't imagine what all 14 of your racers on the line are experiencing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here, and the gate is gone. A fast gate. Popular was ready for it. The Jais Guys racer is going to take the whole shot of race number 2. Detail, winner of your preseason race. Right behind him, Oscar Wiggins and Soul Lead. D Mills right there as well, winner of your heat race. Heading into the sand section here, it is Popular, Detail, Oscar Wiggins, your top 3. Soul Lead. Oh, a Teal Team 6 racer. Was that D Mills NY? Yes, it was. He interacted with somebody on that berm. That's going to be a tough break for him. He's going to have to make up a lot of time following that one. I'm not sure who he interacted with there. Oh, racers flying across the face of that wall jump. What's going to happen on our Supercross triple here? Your reigning champion, Camonized, looking to make a play to the left, all the way on the left here of this roller section. Can he get to the inside of Soul? No, he's going to jump to the outside. His teammate and team leader, Nuked Ice Cream, main event guaranteed, sitting behind in 6th, but the battle for the lead is on. Detail has made his way up to Popular, the Teal Team 6 racer and winner of your preseason race, is making a move to the inside. Can he complete this one? Detail moves into the lead here in race 2. Can he hold it through this berm? Popular going to split the lanes inside and outside here in the sand. Oscar Wiggins, oh, a mistake from your race 1 winner, Soul Lead. He's going to move back to 6th place. Detail into the race lead here. Popular in 2nd, Oscar Wiggins, your podium finisher last week, sitting in the same spot here in 3rd. Camonized, your reigning champion, and his teammate Nuked Ice Cream, both looking to make their way up to challenge for this victory. Soul Lead looking to make up for that mistake just moments ago, and the Venom Fallacy, Full Throttle Racer, just behind him. All these guys choosing to roll that roller. Understandable, that wall jump, I should say, because you don't want to jump on the back of anyone. Look at Le Jefe trying to make a move on Cat to be kidding me, Teal Team 6 team leader. But it's his teammate Detail into the lead. Oscar Wiggins past Popular into 2nd. So it's going to be another Detail versus Oscar Wiggins battle here at the beginning stages of race number 2 here in Season 11 at Karp Beach. That was your heat race battle. Oscar Wiggins took the victory on that one. Can he do the same here, splitting the lanes into the sand section? A lot of your fastest riders up front here. Camonized thought about making an inside play on Popular. He's made up a lot of time on this top 3 pack. Soul Lead off the side of the whoops. Is Soul Lead lagging out? I believe he is. This could be cause for a red flag, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, as you see it here, we're calling a red flag on this one. All of your racers are going to come to a stop here. Apologies if you can hear my frantic typing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Back into the race here, Detail. Got to kind of get back in the zone, auto zone, not sponsored, by the way. Popular casing that hill. He's going to be shuffled to the inside. Oh my goodness, chaos here as 3 riders went for that berm, and your reigning runner-up, sole lead, and winner of race 1, after all is said and done, is going to be shuffled all the way back to last, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what he wanted to see off of that restart. His team member, Oscar Wiggins, up in second, though, trying to challenge Detail, who made his way up to the lead at the beginning couple of laps of this race. Camonized now in third because Popular made that mistake earlier on the lap. Le Jefe looked like he was in fifth, but makes a big mistake. Oh, riders going crazy through the rollers. Look at Papa Slange. No, that's the Venom fallacy. Getting all kinds of sketchy. Oh my goodness, a rider off the goose. That's cat to be kidding me. He gets caught up in all of that. I don't even know if that was his mistake. It might have been a mistake of another rider, but all of these racers getting sketchy through the rollers and collecting each other. Let's reset a little bit here. What has happened to Detail? I didn't even see that. He might have made a mistake on the finish line or the hill, but your race leader has gone all the way back to fourth now. Oscar Wiggins into the race lead, the Factory Unk racer racing out of Canada. His fellow Canadian behind him, Camonized, reigning champion in second, and Popular third. That is your podium spots right now here in this A main of race number 2. Detail, can he make a recovery ride here? I have no idea what happened to him there. This is the battle that Canada wanted to see, though. Oscar Wiggins versus Camonized, with Popular bearing down on them, trying to make a challenge. Detail, Nuked Ice Cream, another Canadian there. Office, all the way from 14th up into 6th. Off of the staggered restart, serious racing from Office off of the restart there. His teammate, God's Regret, just behind them. Le Jefe and the Venom Fallacy fighting it out behind that. Brundon, another Flop Force racer, battling with his good buddy Soli, Cat to be Kidding Me, and D-Mills, the Teal Team 6 racers, not looking too hot right now in the back of the pack there, and Papa Slange in last. Oh, a rough run through the end of the whoops there for Oscar Wiggins, and Camonized and Popular are going to close the distance on him a little bit. What's Cam going to go for here? Is he going to go for the jump line? Yes, he is! Lands on Oscar Wiggins. That's the risk that you're playing with that type of maneuver. Him and Popular are going to be sketchy through the end of this roller section. Detail going to come up on them, make a move to the inside. Can he claim third over Popular? He's going to hold it on around the outside. He's going to have the track position here. Detail back into the podium. Oh, looked like Popular tried to tuck to the inside there and almost two-wheeled off the track. Nuked Ice Cream now trying to make a pass on Popular as well. Popular going to split, go to this inside line. They're pretty comparable, but it doesn't set you up too well for the track position. And look at that, in a matter of just half a lap, Popular from third place all the way back to 6th, as Office, the Flop Force racer, has moved up to 5th from 14th off the staggered start. Oh, Detail almost huckabucks it through the whoops and could have had a much better ending, or a much worse ending, I should say, on that one. What's going to happen here? All these racers choosing to roll over that wall jump. Your race leader, Oscar Wiggins, has a good gap right now, though, over second place, Camonized. Nuked Ice Cream in third, so the main event guaranteed riders in second and third, and it is a Team Canada podium sweep at this point. Can Detail, Office, Popular, and now God's Regret, team leader of Flop Force, have anything to say about this Canada 1, 2, 3? Detail and Office choosing to go to this inside line in the sand section. A couple other racers choosing to go outside. Your race winner and points leader, Soul Lead, hasn't made up a whole lot of time. He's now stuck behind Le Jefe, two-time champion. Oh, Detail, is he going to make a play here to the inside? No, decides against it, tucks in on the berm. He's fighting with Nuked Ice Cream currently. But look at Office. Office could be the fastest racer on track right now. Popular trying to make up more time just behind them. God's Regret, Le Jefe, a bit on an island with Soul Lead. I would anticipate Le Jefe and Soli to move up to the back of this pack as quickly as they possibly can. Look at Detail. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh! What is happening in our blind spot? Nuked Ice Cream was absolutely doomed and destined for a dismount right there. Somehow attached himself to Detail and saved it. Is Detail going to be able to make this section? Yes, he does. But Office right now is fighting for a podium position, and he's going to lock it down. Office, the Flop Force racer, from 14th all the way up to 3rd here in the main event, and Detail, the Teal Team 6 racer, cases the ending of that rhythm section. He tries to recover through the whoop section here. Is that Office just in front of them? No, that's God's Regret. Oh my goodness, Detail still flipping. Detail still off the side of the track. Ian Brunton, oh my goodness. This is the worst possible thing that could have happened to the Teal Team 6 racer Detail. My apologies for laughing, but that was just absolute chaos. Oscar Wiggins is still your race leader, Camonized in 2nd, and now Office from 14th up to 3rd here in the main event. Hits that pole a little bit. Oh my goodness, so much action here. And we're only not even halfway through this one, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe at the halfway point once we add in the red flag time. But I don't think we're even at the halfway point. Cat to be kidding me, Brundon, the Venom Fallacy, and now Detail after... I don't even know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Detail collecting his teammate, D-Mills NY, was leading this race at the staggered start, and all of a sudden finds himself at the back of the pack. One mistake that I think was self-inflicted, and then that mistake there, getting collected in the whoop section, just a horrible way to see your race leader fall out of any kind of meaningful points in this one. Brundon is going to get passed by the Venom Fallacy, who goes through the front door. Oh my goodness, a front flip from Venom. He's going to get passed by Brundon, Detail, and in jeopardy of being passed by D-Mills. He's going to make his way around the outside. Yes, so Venom loses a ton of spots at the end of that roller section. Nuked Ice Cream, Le Jefe, Popular, Solid, and God's Regret is the train right now that's trying to make their way back up to the podium, which is currently occupied in 3rd place by Office, former podium finisher in HT Supercross back in Season 7. Didn't race for multiple seasons following that, and now he's back in full force, or should I say in flop force, because the Flop Force racer is putting on one heck of a performance right now. Oh, Le Jefe with a mistake in the roller section. That's going to allow his teammate and Soli to get around him, and now he's in jeopardy of being passed by the God's Regret as well. So a lot of the racers in this kind of mid-pack flip-flopping it around. The Teal Team 6 racers, Cat to be kidding me in Detail, they're going to have to work together, work with each other here to make the time up to get to the back of this pack, because there is some serious time to be made up. Potential team orders here. It looks like Cat to be kidding me is just going to pull out of the way for his teammate Detail. He believes that he has the pace to make it back up and maybe doesn't trust his own pace. So teammates coming into play here as well. The God's Regret not getting through that rhythm section the way that he wanted. And Nuked Ice Cream is making up a little bit of time on that podium spot held by Office. Let's check in on the lead. It looks like Camonized has chopped into that lead just a little bit that is held by his fellow Canadian Oscar Wiggins. Different lines through the rollers here. Can Le Jefe do anything out of the end of this section? No, he's still going to tuck in behind Solid, your points leader and winner of race 1. Both he and Le Jefe going to want to try to make their way up to the podium spots as quickly as they can, if they can. Oscar Wiggins, not a great takeoff there from that jump, but he is holding down that race lead right now. And what can we say about the rider out of Canada? Former race winner. Everyone knows that he has the pace to get it done, but wasn't quite in it mentally in previous seasons, wasn't fully committed. It looks like Oscar Wiggins is fully committed to Season 11. After a podium finish in Race 1, he is in position to take the points lead here. If he were to win this race, went a little far into the face of that roller. You saw his mongoose get jittered to the right. That could have been much worse. Taking a look back through the pack here, still a fight with Solid, Le Jefe, and God's Regret. God's Regret, for a little mistake right there, but for what it's worth, a much newer racer to HT Supercross, to competitive Halo racing, has been in the Halo racing community in general for a very long time, but not much of a competitive racer until recently, and he's up here challenging with the best of the best. Nuked Ice Cream still trying to make up this time on Office. The Teal Team 6 riders of Detail and Cat to Be Kitten Me trying to make up time on that mid-pack there. Cat to Be Kitten Me, after pulling over for his teammate Detail, has stuck right with him, so this could be the plan, is to move up the field together as much as they can. Their third teammate, D-Mills NY, still yet to get around the Venom fallacy, but he would love to join them as well. Just about at the halfway point, a little over halfway in this one. I'm not sure what the time is going to be that they're going to, just because of the red flag incident. So we're just going to have to be on our toes. I might not be able to tell you guys when the white flag is, but we can do a good job of estimating it and maybe tell by the intensity that our racers display. But this is going to be an intense main event all the way throughout, and already has been. Camonized looks like maybe a 10th here and there. He's cutting into Oscar Wiggins' lead, but not enough to put the full pressure on yet. Le Jefe still challenging Solid. These two have fought for championships in the past, but right now they're battling outside of the top 5. Nuked Ice Cream! After the end of those rollers, he came up short on that last one, and he's going to drop a position to Popular. So now Nuked Ice Cream, Solid, and Le Jefe. You could say this is a championship battle, and it most certainly is. These guys going to be up here the whole season, but fighting back here in 5th place. And that's just the kind of season that we have on display here. That's the kind of season we're dealing with, is your fastest guys are not always going to be at the front. Papa Slanch back here in last place. Remember, he was running up in the podium places just a week ago. See if we can find anybody else of interest. Brundon, the Flop Force racer, in 13th currently, 1 spot away from last place, which is being held by Papa Slanch. Again, his teammate on the full throttle yellow and red machine of the Venom fallacy, still fighting off D-Mills NY. Remember, D-Mills, your second fastest qualifier and winner of his heat race. Your other heat race winner, Oscar Wiggins, holding down first place right now, but for how much longer? Because your reigning champion is starting to piece the puzzle together. Camonized has made up the ground on Oscar Wiggins, and he's going to start to be in that 4 to 5 mongoose length range, to where Oscar Wiggins is going to be able to hear him, and that is going to apply some serious pressure. Office with an amazing ride right now in 3rd place. Can the Flop Force racer hold it on for his team? Good run through the whoops there. Popular trying to do everything he can to get up into that podium spot. Felt like he should have had a podium last week. Definitely could have. He's trying to fight for one this week. The Teal Team 6 racers of Detail and Cat to Be Kidding Me have made their way to the back of this pack, but getting passes done is going to be a whole other situation. The Venom fallacy and D-Mills fighting it out right now. D-Mills around the outside. What's going to happen going into this wall jump? They're probably both going to go for the roll here. Venom not trying to give up this position, though. Who's going to have inside control? Ooh, the Venom with an aggressive move there. And he's going to hold on to that spot. That's not what D-Mills wants to see. Look at your lead battle. Camonized right on the back of Oscar Wiggins. The fight between Canada and Canada. We're going to keep eyes on that. Let's see if we can notice anything that Cam is doing that could potentially be giving him milliseconds, and that is definitely one of them. Jumping that wall jump, doubling into that first roller. He's making up a little bit of time there. Looks like Oscar Wiggins, maybe that's the line he would prefer to take, but at this point, he is in full defense mode, trying to hold off against your reigning champion. And I would imagine he's going to roll that as many times as he pleases to try to prevent Camonized from making a move. But we have seen Cam go from outside to in to try to land to the left of a rider and get up the inside in the rollers. That could be the pass for the lead here. We will keep an eye on that. Different lines through the sand there. Office still in third place with Popular, getting inch by inch closer. Nuked Ice Cream after that mistake in the rollers, trying to make that time back up. Oscar Wiggins has lost the lead, but he's going to do his best to fight for it here. Will they both clear the triple? They do. Camo is going to go for the double. He's going to case it a little bit. Oscar Wiggins was up the inside. Put the pressure on. Cam still went for the double line, and it didn't pay out for him. It didn't pay off for him. Oscar Wiggins back into the lead. Not sure how he lost in the first place. Could have been a mistake in the rhythm section or the whoops. I'm doing an excellent job of somehow missing all of the key moments here, but I'm doing my best to stay on top of it for you guys. Look at this fight between Solid and Le Jefe. They've been that same amount of distance apart for seemingly 10 minutes at this point as they try to make their way up to Nuked Ice Cream. But Factory Unk versus Main Event Guaranteed. Neither of these members, the leaders of their teams. In fact, both of these members selected in the first round by your other championship competitors. And, you know, when it comes to how the team points work out, you could say that that's a questionable decision. But Oscar Wiggins and Camonized both showing that they have the skill and that they deserved to be taken in those spots, even if it wasn't a wise fiscal decision by their team leaders. Look at this battle for third, though. Popular has made his way up to Office. How much longer can Office hold it on as we are in the late stages of this race? Again, I'm not going to be exactly sure when we're hitting the white flag. Detail trying to make his way past former teammate from last season, the God's Regret, but the God's Regret is not going to make that an easy one on him. Look at this battle between D-Mills and the Venom Fallacy still happening, and D-Mills still not able to make that pass happen. Cat to be kidding me, and Brundon right in front of them. Brundon has made his way around both the Venom Fallacy and D-Mills, so a good race in the late stage here from Brundon. Let's find your leader. There's Oscar Wiggins. There's Camo Nice still taking that double line. Can Cam pour it on one more time? He's going to choose to jump off the track there. Got to be careful with that one. You don't want to jump off the track and gain an advantage. It looks like Popular moved his way into third, but is going to make a mistake in the rollers there. Uh-oh. Ooh, I thought we could have seen a mistake there from Office at the end there, but Popular into the final podium spot. So the Jais Guys racer in third place, and now Office is being challenged immediately by Nuked Ice Cream, who's going to overjump the finish line just a little bit, and Office has got to defend for his life right now because three of the fastest racers in HD Supercross are behind him. Nuked Ice Cream, Solid, and Le Jefe. With only a handful of laps remaining. Nuked Ice Cream going to let off there a little bit, cut down on the berm. Everyone going to kind of funnel in one line through the whoop section that everyone prefers. Oh, off the back. I saw that one coming, ladies and gentlemen. Nuked Ice Cream turned to the left to try to set up after that wall jump, and he got into the back of Office. I think Office did a good job of holding his line there. I don't think it was egregious. And Nuked Ice Cream is going to flip off the back of him, losing 2 spots to Soli and Le Jefe. Let's check in with this battle for 4th place. Office, the Flop Force racer, holding off Factory Unk team leader Solid and Jais Guys racer Le Jefe. 2 former race winners, a 2-time champion, and Office, a former podium finisher in HD Supercross, has never won one of these things, but he is showing that he has the pace to get it done right now. Oh my gosh! Le Jefe off the side of the wall jump does a perfect barrel roll, and fortunately doesn't interfere with anybody else on the other side of the track. We caught that one in our peripheral there. A big mistake from Le Jefe, but he kind of gets off easy for what it's worth. I have to imagine we are in the final few laps here. Again, I'm not going to know the exact time that we're going to. I would have to imagine it's going to be close to... I don't know if I want to guesstimate. If we think about our opening race at A-Town, about a 53-second lap time, and we ended on 25, so This race could be going to 26, 27 potentially. We'll keep an eye on it and assume that that's probably pretty close. Popular has now solidified himself in that final podium spot, but the battle for fourth is going crazy right now. Ooh, careful there, Soli. Don't want to make the same mistake that Nuked Ice Cream did. Speaking of Nuked Ice Cream, Nuked Ice Cream has pulled off the track, ladies and gentlemen. Not happy with his race, and that's going to be the finish right there. Ending on 24, Oscar Wiggins of Factory Unk is going to take it. Office lost 2 positions on the final lap. Camo Knives, your reigning champion, in second. Popular third. Who's going to cross the line first here? Solid. As the man says, 30 minutes. Solid is going to cross the line in fourth. Le Jefe just behind. Office, the God's Regret, Detail after leading this race at the beginning after the staggered start, all the way back there behind Regret, his teammate and team leader, Cat to be kidding me, behind him. Brundon, D-Mills, the Venom Fallacy. And it looks like it's going to be Papa Slaunch, the final racer, finishing on this lead lap here. Oh my goodness, and Nuked Ice Cream, championship hopeful. That's 2 races in a row off the podium. Not happy with his finish here, chooses to pull off instead of finishing the race. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the Canadian Oscar Wiggins taking the A-main victory here at race 2 of season 11. Oscar Wiggins, his first victory since season 8. After a podium finish last week, finishing third, he's going to land on the box again, and the best flavor of landing on the box on the top step there, Oscar Wiggins in first. Camonized, his fellow Canadian, your reigning champion, is going to take second place. That's the ride that Camonized was looking for in our first race. He's able to make it happen here. A good battle between he and Oscar Wiggins. Popular with an underrated ride in third. Battled all these guys and outlasted them to land on the final podium spot. Solid, after some mistakes, he and Le Jefe are going to round out the top 5. Office was holding down that 4th place spot up until the last couple sections. He's going to end up in 6th. The God's Regret, Detail, Cat to be kidding me, Brundon, D-Mills, the Venom Fallacy, and the Venom Fallacy's teammate Papa Slaunch just behind him, and of course Nuked Ice Cream, who pulled off the track with just a handful of laps left. Oscar Wiggins is going to take the victory here in race number 2, Karp Beach SX, and he is going to take the points lead as well. The Canadian is going to take the points lead, take that red plate into race number 3. We will see you then.